And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Cheat Baloods, and I'm back with another video. This time we're talking about My Team Limited Season 3 Week 1. So anyways, before we get started, please like, comment, and if you are new, subscribe to the channel. I do put out daily NBA 2K21 My Team content, like between 1 to 6 videos literally every day. So in this video, we're talking about My Team Limited. Now, My Team Limited is interesting this time because you can only use one Amethyst, one Ruby, and then all the rest of the players have to be Sapphire or below. So as you can see, this is the team that I typically use. And I'll go into every player individually and talk about why I'm using them. And then I'll talk about, towards the end of this section, I'll talk about some like various guys that you can use instead. So I use Mo Cheeks. Mo Cheeks is extremely good. He's a great, pure point guard. He plays defense. I usually stick him on the opposing team's best player. You can give him some decent badges, upgradable, but I'm a big fan of Mo Cheeks. He just can't shoot. Rex Chapman is an absolute god. He is a scoring monster. He can literally hit from everywhere on the court. He's got hot zones all around the three-point line. Just an absolute god, and he has a duo with Gugliotta. Duncan Robinson I have in there strictly because he shoots threes, and he's 6'7". Tom Gugliotta is great on the interior. He plays great defense. He rebounds the ball. He can shoot well, especially with that dynamic duo with Rex Chapman. They both go up in stats significantly. And if you don't know, this weekend in Limited is all about dynamic duos. Karl Anthony Towns, I just like Karl Anthony Towns as far as like his player build and the way he shoots. So that's why I'm using him at center. And I at least want a guy who can hit mid-ranges. So at point guard, I'm using Leandro Barbosa. I'm a big fan of this card. He has a kind of a slow jump shot, which I will say, but he's got really good badges, and he plays well. Enough defense. It's not great, but you can give him like clamps and stuff like that. I wouldn't recommend using those badges on him, as you can pretty much win games without having to do that. Bradley Beal is my favorite Sapphire card, I think, in the entire game. I wasn't big on this card earlier in the year, but I have to say, like, I've really warmed up to it. He's got a really easy to time jump shot. He hits decent threes. He's got bronze range and bronze deadeye. Incredible card. Kawhi Leonard is here to guard their bench units. Best player. He's here because he's got the speed to guard guards, and he's got the size to guard big men. So he's also got that dynamic duo with Danny Green, which I'll talk about later. Not really the best shooter, but he can attack the rim. He can shoot mid-range a little bit. He passes decent, and he gets steals. Jeff Green is a Ruby disguised as an Emerald. He is the best Emerald card in this game. James Wiseman I'm using strictly for his size, no other reason whatsoever. Like I said, I'll talk about some other guys too. Like if you didn't exchange for this Sapphire Derrick Rose is absolutely incredible. He's almost a carbon copy of the Amethyst Derrick Rose, just with a lower driving dunk and a couple lower stats. But other than that, the tendencies are the same. The badges are damn near the same. He has Hall of Fame quick first step as a Sapphire. Especially in 2K21 current, where rim running is the meta, he's going to be almost unstoppable at attacking the rim. Great card. You could swap him out for Barbosa. These are two guys that, like, I know not everybody has, so that's one of the reasons I have them here, but I am going to talk about guys that you can use instead. So, instead of Barbosa, yeah, I mean, none of the Emerald point guards I recommend using. I forgot about Cole Anthony. Cole Anthony might actually be the best option. Yeah, he's got a lower driving dunk than Derrick Rose, but ooh, he's got good badges. Oh, he has gold range? Yeah, so if you upgrade Cole Anthony and make 25 threes with him, he upgrades to the Sapphire. Yeah, I think he might be the best. I'm going to use him instead of Barbosa. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to use him for sure. He's a really good option I would recommend. You can buy him for like $850. Same with RJ Hampton. Daniel Gibson is absolutely insane too. You'll run into this guy pretty often. He's got great badges. He shoots the three really well. He's fast. He can throw it down. He's almost a 5-tool guy. George Hill I like a lot. I know a lot of people don't like George Hill, but he's got that Rubio jump shot. He has a nice three-pointer. You're going to run into LaMelo Ball because he's 6'7". He just doesn't shoot very well, so he's pretty easy to contain, but that size is a problem. As far as two guards, we're going to talk about just lower overall guys. Anthony Edwards is good if you attack the rim a lot. You're going to run into Kobe. Kobe's okay. J.J. Redick and Danny Green are both usable, especially Danny Green if you're using Kawhi Leonard. It does boost some of his stats, so it makes him a little bit better. His bad situation is kind of weak, though, I will say that. Klay Thompson is okay as well. I like Duncan Robinson, so there's really no one else to use for me, but Denny's pretty good, especially if you get him boosted up to a Sapphire. I'm not a big fan of Okoro. Jamal Wilkes, he just doesn't shoot well enough. Xavier McDaniel's okay. Brian Russell has a really easy-to-time jump shot, and he plays decent defense with decent size. But I think that's pretty much it for power forwards. Shane Battier has a duo with Chris Bosh that actually is pretty good. Jared Jeffries is okay. You're going to run into Zion a lot, but I'm not a huge fan of him. Tom Heinsohn's really good inside, but yeah, I mean, you're going to run into Chris Bosh pretty often. Chris Bosh is one of the better shooting big men that we have at the Sapphire tier. Same with Kristaps and starter Shaq. Shaq's not obviously a good shooter, but he's one of the better Sapphire or under guys that you'll run into. Same with this like Shaq that we got for free. Other than that, I don't recommend using any of the other Emeralds at center. Myers Leonard maybe for spacing purposes, but that's about it. Yeah. I mean, as far as using like the Ruby and Amethyst guy, I mean, it's really dependent on who you're good with. It's Goran Dragic's really good if you have him. I like him at point if you want to use that at point. Jay Williams if you run rim. Same with Robert Pack. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to really recommend what you should do with your Ruby and Amethyst guy. It's just whoever you're really good with is who I would run with, and then just build your team around those two guys. Like, if you're better at running with an Amethyst point guard like a Steve Francis or a Rubio, or like even like a Richie Guerin or a Donovan Mitchell, I would go that route. I mean, if you want... The only thing I will say is that I wouldn't put like a 3-and-D cone as your Ruby or your Amethyst. Just because you want those guys to be able to create and score on their own. That's why I use Rex Chapman and Gugliotta. I'm really good with both of those guys. And they have a nice dynamic duo, so that's another thing to really think about, to be honest with you. So we're playing a little limited. We're playing Monstars. He's got LaMelo, Anthony Edwards, Brian Russell, Onyeka, and Shaq. He doesn't have a whole lot of shooting at all. That's going to be kind of a problem. RJ Hampton, Kobe, Jamario Moon, Zion, and Wiseman. Yeah, he's got like no shooting on this team, which I know rim running is the meta, but at the same time, like, you have to have at least some spacing for that meta to even work. So I should be able to hold down this team, no problem. Yeah, Karl Anthony Towns is going to have a problem with Shaq down low, but other than that, I'll be all right. We'll run some Hawks freelance, hold it down. There we go, Rex. What are we going to do here? Ooh, Anthony Edwards has tough defense, I will say that. He's got big size, too. He's going to be kind of a problem. But it don't matter. There you go, Rex. Rex Chapman, like I said, it's important to have a guy as your top-tier guy like Amethyst, Ruby, that you can effectively score with. That's kind of the biggest thing you want to do. I would relegate the rest of your like Sapphire and below guys as your role players on the team. You just want to make sure that your Amethyst and Ruby... There we go. Like, I can score with Mo Cheeks, but he's not like a go-to option. But he plays defense, and I can run rim with him a little bit, and that's kind of the biggest thing, is you want guys out in the Sapphire tier that just do enough that you don't really have to worry about them, and they can kind of break the defense apart by scoring a little bit, you know? Dude, get off Mo Cheeks. Like, Mo Cheeks is good because he can hold down guys like LaMelo, who you're going to run into, like, pretty frequently. There we go, Mo. Ooh. Let's go. Yo, you don't want it, Rex Chapman. Hit it. Splash. Rex Chapman is a god. Like, legitimately. I love Rex Chapman. He's honestly one of my favorite cards in this entire game. In my opinion, he makes the most, like, slightly earlys and slightly lates in the game, or at least his jump shot base does. Oh, let's go. Ooh, bad shot by Gugliotta. Well, by me. I shouldn't even say by Gugliotta, because that is literally me who shot that shot, but it's all good. All right, Brian Russell wants this? Ooh, right past me. It's all good. Good defense by Cat right there. Duncan Robinson. Ooh, wet balls. Splash. Right off the rip, we're up 10-2. We keep playing like this. The bench unit isn't even going to see the light of day. What are we doing? Are we quitting? No? Okay. I was about to say already. There you go. Good defense. Nope. Ah, he scored. Okay. So we're up 10-4. Decent. I mean, my team's playing really good defense. I could be scoring, but I mean, I'm scoring all right. I'm not really missing shots. All right, good job. Get a little free throw action for Mo Cheeks. That's kind of the most important thing, too, is to shake up your offense. If you can make it seem like someone like Mo Cheeks is going to be your go-to offensive option, like a top-tier player is obviously going to realize that that's probably not what's happening. You're just getting lucky. But lower tier people are obviously going to be like, okay, this dude is nasty with Mo Cheeks. I'm going to guard him. Chapman. So drawing some focus away from your number one guys is going to be key. Okay. All right. Well, let's go play another game. I don't want to end the video right now. So we got a dub. Cool. Let's see if we can get that championship ring. If I get that championship ring, we're about to end the video early. And maybe I'll talk about some more stuff. More team possibilities and stuff like that. But obviously, defensive settings are key too. Making sure that you're on, on ball tight, off ball tight. That's huge. It's got to be left, right? I got a contract pack. Fucking sweet. All right, let's go play another game. And then obviously running like a Hawks freelance, something that opens up and spaces out the floor. So we are in the second quarter because I wanted to give my bench unit some shine. Unfortunately, I accidentally forgot to put Cole Anthony in, so we're using Barbosa. Just know that Cole Anthony is the truth, and yeah, you're going to enjoy him quite a bit, especially at the Sapphire tier. You can buy Sapphire Cole Anthony's for around 2 or 3K, sometimes even as low as like 1,500. There we go, Jeff Green. I love Jeff Green, dude. He's like my favorite. Whoop! You didn't see that coming, did you? Jeff Green is absolutely absurd. He's great at running rim, and he can hit open corner threes. I wouldn't ask for much more from a shooting standpoint from him, but he can hold it down from the corner if he's wide open off the catch and shoot. So I'm down 18-14 right now, but honestly, I haven't really been playing that good. Oh, that was gross. That was just a bad shot. I was trying to go in. All right, Brent Barry, huh? Okay. There we go. Good defense by Kawhi. That's why he's there. He's there specifically to play D. Ooh, Bradley Beal. I was about to shoot that. That was about to be way too long. There we go. Barbosa. Bradley Beal. Ooh, that was a bad... Oh, he doesn't have bailout, so yeah, don't do that. So we got 1 minute left. Put the starters back in because my bench unit, wasn't getting good gameplay there. But no biggie. We're up 28-22. Things are going much better for us right now. And let me tell you, the bench unit was doing okay when I wasn't recording. Bradley Beal is the number one scoring option on there. Having Cole Anthony with him is going to be huge. So I recommend running Cole Anthony and Bradley Beal. It just gives you a really potent Sapphire scoring punch. And then having Kawhi as well. You can put him on their best player and play good solid defense too. And then as far as what big men you use, probably running like Chris Bosh and like a big man to play defense is probably good. That's a really potent bench unit that I think will score really well when your starters are off of the floor. Mo Cheeks is out here cracking free throws. Good moves. All right, Karl Anthony Towns. I know a lot of people don't have him because he was an exchange reward. So if you don't have Karl Anthony Towns, no worries. You can get a Sapphire James Wiseman. Sapphire James Wiseman probably does about the same thing as Karl Anthony Towns does. If not, Kristaps Porzingis works really well as well. He does about the same thing. I just like Karl Anthony Towns' jump shot a little bit more. That's the only reason I'm using him. He handles the ball a little better. He's a little faster. But Kristaps is a little bit taller, and I think his mid-range stats are even a little bit better. But either way, it's kind of a personal preference thing. Chris Bosh always works, but I think he's a little bit too small to play the center. That's just me, though. If somebody's running like Shaq or Ryan Hollins or something, they're probably going to bully you on the inside, and they're also going to get a lot more boards over you. But Mo Cheeks can definitely run rim, especially if you're running like a 5-out like I am. He can go straight in. I try not to preach meta gameplay, but it's limited, and I know you're trying to get your ring as quick as possible, not play this game mode anymore, so going against the meta is not a great idea. There we go. Rex hit that splash. That's another thing Rex Chapman brings you. Look, don't be afraid of steady shooter. Steady shooter allows you to make stupid shots like that people wouldn't think you would make. Little Steven Adams, ew. Alright. Like, I promise, I know a lot of YouTubers talk shit about steady shooter, and obviously you'd like to see a card not have it. It makes sense, but if you're not a top tier player that gets open every 5 seconds, A, steady shooter is good for shooting shots like that, and B, steady shooter is really good against the higher tier CPUs. So if you're playing like higher tier, like Superstar, Hall of Fame, stuff like that, the CPU is rarely going to let you get open, so it's not really a terrible thing to have steady shooter. I know that has nothing to do with limited. I just want to preach that all the time. So, I mean, we're up by 12. We're doing just fine. Oh, yeah. Oh, gee. Oh, Rex Chapman, don't leave him open in the corner. Come on. Come on. Have you not learned? Rex Chapman doesn't get left open. Rex Chapman's so good because he hits wide open. He hits covered. He can run. He plays a little bit of defense, especially with that dynamic duo with Gugliotta. Like, his defensive stats go up a lot. Oh, let's go. Nope. All right, that was a bad shot by Duncan Robinson. I wish Duncan Robinson had bronze range at least, but it's not the end of the world. He's a really good catch and shoot card, so him not having range is not a problem. He can still be extremely effective, and he is. Oh, there we go. Gugliotta hit it. Ugh. I gotta say, I'm not shooting great right now. At all. I'm not really green in shots, but it's not really that big of a deal. There we go, Duncan. Oh, yeah. Stop and pop. Nope, that didn't work. Oh, it's fine. Gugliotta with the board. Ooh, big dunks. Yo, my man Tom is killing it. Look at how white this man is. He did not just need to dunk it with such ferocity. Make the free throw. Good move. 43-27. We're having a good night. Is that another LaMelo Ball out here? Are you going to quit? 5-second violation. Okay. Yep. I was just about to put the bench back in, but we got another rage quit. So 2 for 2. 2 games in a row. Rage quit. Watch out for rage quits, though. I had a couple earlier when I was trying to record. That ended up giving me a loss for limited. So definitely watch out for that. That glitch is back in limited. It's really annoying, especially if you're winning like 18 to whatever by 18, and you end up getting quit on and you cop an L. Let's see, where is it? But anyways, guys, that's the video. I hope this helped you in limited. I am about to go on Twitch, so check me out, twitch.tv/cheapludes. Check the description for all the rest of the links, including Patreon, Twitter, etc. Anything you want to follow me on. If you want to support the channel, you can donate on Twitch or hit up the Patreon. Either way, I'll be back with daily NBA 2K21 My Team content, 1 to 6 videos a day. And if you have anything else to say in the comments, say what's up to me. I always respond.